I believe if your purpose only has to do with you, then it's too small. Your purpose should have to do with affecting the lives of other people, impacting the lives of other people. And I even look at the greatest example of all, which is Jesus. When he came to earth, he didn't accomplish his mission by himself. What did he do? He put together a team. He assembled a team, and now he's got the biggest organization in the world today. It's important to know leadership. It's important to know how to grow a team. If you want to do anything big, and a lot of the time, guys, we talk about different subjects. Sometimes we talk about life skills. Sometimes we talk about the principles of God. Sometimes we talk about marketing, sales, business. There's a wide variety of the things that we talk about, and everything has a purpose. I believe that you have a purpose. How many guys believe that you have a purpose? Type in AOTK in the chat. We're here every single Saturday talking about purposeful things. Instagram, what's up? I see y'all. Facebook, what's up? I see y'all. If you believe that you have a purpose in life, then you believe that that has to do with other people. I believe if your purpose only has to do with you, then it's too small. Your purpose should have to do with affecting the lives of other people, impacting the lives of other people. And I even look at the greatest example of all, which is Jesus. When he came to earth, he didn't accomplish his mission by himself. What did he do? He put together a team. He assembled a team, and now he's got the biggest organization in the world today. Okay, but that would not have been possible, ladies and gentlemen, without the ability to scale and grow a team. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys very simply how to do that, right? So those who don't know my style, some of you guys that don't know my style, it's effective, not eternal. Okay, I will not be on this call for super long. I'm going to keep you guys here about 2 hours. Just kidding. We'll be here about the next 15, 20 minutes. But if you're on Instagram, Facebook, you may not be able to see my screen. Okay, no problem at all. Just follow along here with me. I highly recommend that you all take notes. Okay, I highly recommend that each and every single one of you takes the time to actually take notes. So the first thing, guys, as we get into it, you guys can see my screen. Go ahead and type of AOTK in the chat. Jonathan, what's up, my guy? David, what's up, my guy? Dave, what's going on? Okay, Brittany, what's happening? The first thing that I want to get into is this. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're on Discord, if you're on YouTube and you're watching the replay, hit the like button, drop a comment, subscribe, share with somebody else, help us grow. We do have a Discord server where you can find the Zoom link. So those of you guys that see this on social media, you see it on Facebook, Instagram, you can actually join the Discord and get the Zoom link every single week. But first and foremost, okay, there's 5 qualities of those that lead followers, and there's 5 qualities of those that lead leaders. So the question today is, how do I scale a leadership team? And this is so pertinent. This is so relevant to every single one of you that wants to grow a team. There are qualities, okay, qualities of the kind of person that scales a team, that grows a team. So the first quality, and you don't want to be this person, okay, the first quality of somebody that actually leads followers is they demand followers. How many of you guys have ever worked a job before? How many guys have worked that job before, and the manager that you worked under, the boss that you worked under, maybe they didn't have the best character. Maybe they didn't know how to talk to people. Okay, maybe they weren't the most friendly person, but you had to listen to them. How many guys been there before? Type, yup. Okay, I've definitely been there before. I remember working a job. I remember, having to listen to this individual. I walk in the door, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? Sweep the floor. That's how it was. And that's the problem with positional-based leadership. John Maxwell talks about it, but when you demand followers, they're not following you because they want to follow you. And they're not following you because they see value in what it is that you teach, value in what it is that you're trying to give them. They're following you because you're saying, hey, I'm this rank, I'm this title. Okay. I'm this, positional based leader. You have to follow me because I said so. Right. It's not very effective, is it? That is the number one quality of somebody that actually uh, leads followers, somebody that's demanding followers. And if you really want to grow a team, if you really want to scale a team of any sort, okay, you have to develop a relationship with those people and lead them based upon their goals. Lead them based upon what they want. Don't lead them because you're saying, hey, this is what I want. This is my goal. How many guys ever were working with a leader and you could tell that everything they told you to do was in their best interest? They told you to do something because they needed to get to a certain goal, right? Maybe you guys have bought something before from someone. It's the same kind of a concept. And you can tell that they're selling it to you, not because they want to help you win. They're selling it to you because they want to get some commission. They want to get to a certain goal of their own. They want to get to a certain place that has to do with them for their own selfish benefit. The best thing that you can do, and I use this all the time, leading people is always, always, always be more interested than interesting. Right? Actually care about people. They don't care what you know until they know how much you care. You have to focus on what do you want? What are you looking for? What are you after? Okay, how many guys are following along with me? Top of AOTK. I see some more people jumping in with us. Great to see each and every single one of you. Okay, quality number one of those people that lead followers as opposed to leaders is going to be them demanding. Okay, demanding followers. And when you demand followers, you detract leaders. Real leaders will only follow other real leaders. And a real leader is going to be able to discern whether the person they're following actually cares about them, actually has a vision big enough so that other people can fit inside it. Right? So if that person actually has a desire to help them get to their goals. Okay, so that's number one. Now, in addition to that, okay, number two is going to be they attract followers, right? So again, I told you guys that real leaders are only going to want to follow real leaders, right? So in other words, if you want to attract leaders, then you have to first be a leader. But if you're attracting followers, that means you're attracting people who never wanted to step up and lead in the first place. Right? This person has a mentality that they don't want anybody to rise above them or past them. How many of you guys have ever worked with somebody and you could just tell they would withhold information from you? They wouldn't give you enough to ever get to where they're at. They would give you just enough to keep you where you're at. It's kind of like a job. When you go work a job, they pay you enough. They give you enough information so that you stay, but they never give you enough so that you can actually leave. How many guys realize that before? Right? No one wants to be led by a leader who doesn't want to see them spread their wings and grow. What you're doing is you're then trapping people. What you're doing is then you're putting people in a box and you're saying you can do good just as long as you don't ever do better than me. Okay, so this is one of the qualities of people who can never grow a big team. They can't scale a team because they don't want their team to spread their wings and grow. They're attracting only the type of person that's okay with just being a follower. Okay. For you to become a great leader, that means that you first had to become a great follower first. Okay. So what does it mean to be a great follower? A great follower is somebody that, is going to support the bigger vision, somebody that's going to support the bigger picture of the team, somebody that's a team player. Okay. So when you become a great follower, then it qualifies you to go and then become a great leader. Okay. Now, number three, how many guys are following along with me? Type of AOTK. Facebook, what's up? I see y'all over there. Okay. Instagram, what's up? I see y'all. And I will bring the screen back up. Those of you guys that do happen to be taking notes. Again, okay. This is the first two qualities. Number one, they demand followers. Okay. 5 qualities of those that lead followers. Number 1, they demand followers. Number 2, they attract followers. Number 3, okay, they produce followers. Okay, what do we mean when I say produce followers? This is somebody that now they create an environment where people are dependent upon them. They create an environment where people can't ever do it without them. And this is one of the biggest problems that I see when people are trying to grow a team. They want to move fast. How many of you guys have been working with someone else in a group project, in a team setting, and that person was really, really slow? And when I say slow, I mean like it took them longer to actually make things happen. And you're the kind of person, you like to get it done now. You like it done a certain kind of a way. You have a standard for your work. How many guys have a standard for your work? Okay, type yes in the chat. I've been there where I said, you know what? If I want to go fast, I can just do it by myself. I can put the team on my back and I can get it done. The problem with that philosophy is now everyone is dependent upon you. So if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. You have to slow down enough so that you can include the other people in your proximity. They got to know what's going on too. They should know the skills as well. They should know what to say too. But as long as you say, you know what, I'm going to do it for you, you're crippling people. You're enabling people, okay, not to be the best version of themselves. You're producing followers. Okay. And the problem is now, if you're not involved, now nothing grows, nothing scales. So watch this. The way that I used to lead was, hey, I'm going to do everything myself. And I could never get past a certain point. I was always at a plateau. Now, when you work, I would challenge you this. If you're scaling a team, growing a team, don't do anything for that team unless they're watching you do it and taking notes, right? If you've got somebody new who you're working with, a partner, somebody that you just brought on board, let them see you in action. Let them see you work. After a call that you do with them, after a meeting that they sat in on, ask them, hey, what did you learn? Right? My guy, Christian Floor, my dog, C Floor is in the building. Okay, make sure that that person is watching you. Make sure that that person is actually studying you. Ask them, hey, what are your biggest takeaways? Some of you guys have invited some of your leadership team on this call. Some of you guys actually have somebody tuning in with you today. Ask them after this call, say, hey, what did you learn? What were your takeaways? How do you see yourself being able to apply this today? Okay. And what you're going to start to notice is this: your efforts are going to begin to expand. Your efforts are going to begin to grow. Because watch this. Let's just say, who do we have? We got Clifford on the call. We got Cameron's on the call. We got DeAndre's on the call. If maybe Cameron can work 8 hours in a day, right? Not bad. It's an 8-hour workday. 8 times 5 work days out of the week, that's 40 hours. But let me ask you guys something. Would you rather be able to have the impact of somebody who works 40 hours a week? Or watch this. Let's just say Cam, he went out there and then he found Clifford. Okay. Not only did he find Clifford, but Cam also found Arpit. Okay. Not only that, maybe Arpit goes and finds Justin, and then Justin finds Patrick. Okay. And then you have Tori. There's so many guys on here. Imagine now Cameron has 10 other people that he has trained, 10 other people that he has developed, 10 other people that he has given the vision, the message. Now, Cameron doesn't have the manpower of 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. Cameron has the manpower of 10 people working 8 hours a day, 400 work hours per week. It's called leverage. Now, how much impact can you make? Now, how many more lives can you change? Now, what can that do for your finances if you were able to expand your efforts in that way? Some of you guys, I want you to begin thinking differently. This is how the biggest leaders of the world, The biggest organizations have been able to take over is because they learned how to scale a leadership team. They learned how to take their message and duplicate themselves and send people out into the field, send people out into the marketplace, send people out into the world, and send that same message. Does that make sense? Type in AOTK in the chat. Hopefully you guys are staying with me. Now, if you're thinking like I'm thinking, you're not just thinking about what you can do alone. You're thinking about what you can do with a powerful team, a squad. What would you do if you had other people like you, if you were able to train and develop them? Okay. I always tell people the goal is to develop and deploy leaders. Okay. Now, the fifth quality, and you guys can see it. Okay. They love their followers. This is one of the biggest problems. Okay. This is one of the biggest problems of people who cannot scale a leadership team. The reason why is because they love their followers. Okay. They enjoy. How many guys see somebody that they get in the position of leadership and you can tell they just enjoy the clout, right? They doing it for the clout. How many guys have seen a leader and they just get excited about people praising them and people, edifying them. And, it kind of gets to their head. They start feeling like they're the man. They start feeling like they're the woman, which is awesome. But you can tell their heart is in it for the recognition. Their heart is in it because they like being praised. Their heart is in it because they're so excited to be followed by people. They look at their followers like fans. This is an issue because now you want those people to keep following you. You don't ever want them to become as, praised as you, as honored as you, because now that takes away from your spotlight. But real leaders don't think like that. They want more leaders. They want people to do greater than them. I tell people real success is not really success without successors. Okay? Real success is not success without successors. Okay? Unless you have people following behind you to become the same leader or greater, you're not really doing your job. What's the purpose of a good leader, a good mentor? It's to make sure that you will be greater than me. You should be, because you shouldn't make half the mistakes I made. You should be, because now you're moving forward with wisdom that I didn't have. Okay? So don't put your people in a prison. Don't cripple your people by sparing information from them. Don't cripple your people by not allowing them to spread their wings and grow. Okay? So I've told you the 5 qualities of those that lead followers. Ladies and gentlemen, on the other side of the token, what do you have? You have 5 qualities of those that lead leaders. Okay? And it's everything that I just went over with you, but the reverse. Quality number 1 of somebody that leads leaders is going to be somebody that demands them to be leaders. Anyone that works with me, I demand you to be a leader. You've got to be a leader. If we work together, you will step into. How many guys can appreciate a leader that makes you stretch, that makes you grow, that makes you step into the best version of yourself? Does anybody appreciate that kind of leader? How many guys, maybe you had a leader and you didn't understand why they were doing what they were doing, right? You didn't understand why they had you do it yourself when they could have easily done it much faster. You didn't maybe understand in the beginning, hey, why are they making it more difficult for me? Why are they making me do these activities that they know make me uncomfortable? Well, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful part about it is you look back and you say, wow, look at the man that I've become today. Look at the woman that I've become today. Look at the leader that I've grown into. Look at how other people have been able to now be impacted because of who I've become. Okay? I tell people you're most qualified to lead the person that you used to be. But if you never become a new person, how do you lead the person that you used to be when you're still that person? You have to develop, you have to change, you have to grow. So if you want to scale a leadership team, if you want to make that leadership team explode, you're going to start demanding that people be leaders. You're going to start demanding that they step into the best version of themselves. Okay? Quality number 2 of those that lead leaders. you attract them. You cannot attract the great leader unless you are a great leader. You cannot attract people who are consistent unless you are consistent. You can't attract people that are hardworking, that show up every single day, okay? That have integrity, that care about other people, right? You can't attract that kind of person unless you become that kind of person. Quality number 3 of somebody that leads leaders. You produce leaders. Watch this. When you give somebody assignment, okay, if you give them an assignment, you give them not just the assignment, you give them the credit when it is done right, when they succeed, when they win, when they actually do a great work. Let them have the credit. Don't try to claim the credit. How many guys done something and you earned it, and then you had somebody else trying to take the credit for what you did? It's pretty annoying, right? It's not the kind of person that you want to even follow because they never allow you to shine. So when you give the play to somebody else, don't feel the need to say, hey, I gave them the play. Hey, I'm the person that, allowed them to be able to have that kind of success. Don't say, hey, I made that leader, okay? The reality is, ladies and gentlemen, every single one of us plays a role in our own success. We can't create leaders, right? But we can play a part in developing them. We can play a part in producing them. But the only one that creates people is God. Okay. So watch this. You give them the assignment, you give them the credit when they do it right. And guess what? Some of you guys is going to blow your mind. Take the credit when anything is done wrong. John Maxwell says a great leader is somebody that takes more of their fair share of the blame and less than their fair share of the credit. Okay. A great leader is somebody that takes less than their fair share of the credit and more of their fair share of the blame. Okay. Take extreme ownership. Quality number 4, somebody that develops leaders or that leads leaders is somebody that develops leaders. Okay. Somebody that can take somebody who doesn't have the skills immediately, doesn't have the, maybe the ability immediately, but you're able to mold them. You have the patience to work with them and grow them. You have the patience to, guys, you cannot develop leaders hiding from that leader. You have to spend time with that leader. You have to invest your energy, your resources with that leader. A relationship must be built. You got to be on the phone sometimes. You got to take time to meet them, to spend time making sure that they get to where they need to go, critiquing them, telling them the gap between where they are and where they need to be. It's not a simple, fast process. Quality number 5, ladies and gentlemen, of somebody that leads leaders is going to be somebody that you love leaders, okay, through a relationship that you have with them. So not treating people like a number, not saying, hey, I want you to join this organization. I want you to be a part of this team just so that I can get, a paycheck, just so that I can grow my business, just so I can grow my personal agenda. Okay. Don't push an agenda, fulfill an assignment. Think about what it is that person wants. A relationship, a healthy one, is mutually beneficial. So watch this. Before you try to withdraw from someone, make a deposit into their life first. Before you try to take from someone, make sure you give to them first. That's 5 qualities, ladies and gentlemen, of those that lead followers versus those that lead leaders. That should have been every bit of information you need to go out there and scale a leadership team. We will come back and talk about this subject more. We'll give you guys more on this. But if you got some value, type of AOTK in the chat. Guys, again, if you're watching the replay on YouTube, drop a comment if you got any value. Like it, helps the algorithm. Share it with somebody else. Send the link out. Join the Discord server so you can be on Zoom next time. I know my Facebook phone just died, so Sorry about that. You guys will catch it on YouTube, Instagram. I see you guys are still here. I thoroughly enjoyed this. You guys know I love each and every single one of you, and there's nothing you can do about it. See you next Saturday.